Hey guys, it's Rob Trube with Strategy Simple today, and and today we're going to talk about a topic. It's a word that I created, but it's painstorming, and we're going to talk about why it's important for you in the marketing process to go through painstorming. Basically, it is tied to revenue because it's going to help with sales. It's tied to cost savings because it's going to lower your cost per lead as far as how you're going to look at that for your cost of acquisition, your CAC. And it's also going to help with time savings because, quite frankly, it's going to accelerate the sales process. It's going to save your producers time because you're going to be able to address the pains and the problems that your customers are having. So that's what we're going to talk about. So basically, what is painstorming? Painstorming is a word I created. I think I created it. I'm not really sure. But basically, it's a combination of brainstorming, right? Coming up with ideas about the client pains. So I called it painstorming. And really, it's a term that, and here I'm going to show you guys my screen real fast. So that's the word, painstorming, right? And basically, there are four broad categories for painstorming, and it's financial is the first one. Then it goes to productivity, process, and support, right? So somewhere in those four categories are where you're going to find the client's pains, right? So the first process that you really need to go through is you need to go through and identify what are the pains that your clients are experiencing in those categories, right? Or just in general, just go through and list the challenges that your customers are trying to solve. Now, don't do all of them. Focus on the ones that are directly tied to your business, right? But what is it that's going to they're trying to solve for? Then you're going to go through and you're going to identify out of the top few, how does your offering, how does your solution solve that problem? How does it help them get from point A to point B where they want to be, right? And once you have that in place and you start to build those out, now this is where it gets really interesting, right? So create 3 to 5 benefits that they're also going to get with your solution. Obviously, it's going to help solve the pain, but then what are the 3 to 5 benefits? And don't just stop with just normal benefits, right? Like, oh, this is what it's going to do. So I always say, walk through the process of what it is, what it does, what it means, right? So I always use the example of Tylenol because it's really simple. Tylenol, what is it? It's acetaminophen. Whatever, it's a pain reliever. What it does, it helps me relieve my headache or body aches without upsetting my stomach. Okay, that's what it does. Awesome. What does that mean? That means that I can be more productive at work. I can be more present with my kids or my family or my dog, and I'm not, in pain. So what it is, what it does, what it means. And then you can take it one step forward and say, so that you can, right? What it means, so that you can. Once you have that done, right? So you've listed out the pain points. You've listed out how your offering your solution or your product solves that pain. You've listed out the benefits. Then get one client success story for that pain that you helped a client solve. You don't have to give their name or anything else, but just write down how you solved it for that client, right? Use it as a case study or a client success story. If you take that information, guess what? Boom! I didn't mean to scare you. Just kidding. You just created relevant content for your market, right? There's not some crazy process that we go through. It's just going through these steps to create the content that's going to be relevant. Write it so that it's fun to read, that it's interesting, or that it's easy to read. What are you going to do with that, right? Well, you can create a report. You can create a case study. You can create a blog post. You can create an infographic. I can give you a resource. Go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. You can get projects done in increments of $5 there. Type in infographic, and you'll find somebody there that'll probably do an infographic for you based on that thing for $25, right? Awesome. I use Fiverr, I'll be honest. You can create a video from it. So you can either do a talking video like I'm doing now. You can do it an animated video. Again, you can go to Fiverr. I actually create my own videos, just so you know. That's the purpose of creating and going through the painstorming process, right? You really want to identify what it is that you're going to solve for your client. And then once you help them solve it, that's how you're building a long-term, strong client relationship, right? At the end of the day, all the stuff that we're talking about here, what is it about? Marketing is an opportunity to build a relationship with your ideal clients, right? And once they become client, well, they're prospects and leads and all that other stuff, but it's to build that relationship. It's to show them that you can solve their problems. You can help them with a solution. That's it, right? Business, I always use the quote from Peter Drucker, right? There's two parts of any business, right? Marketing and innovation. That's it. Come up with how to get customers and then constantly innovate. So that's what I got for you today. The concept of painstorming, again, it's a fun word, right? Everybody's like, oh, painstorming, what's that? But it's not that complex of a process. Now, I help clients guide through these processes, right? I've got several tools to help them do those things. If you'd like me to help you do that, reach out. If you're interested in the idea, I probably have a couple things that I can shoot over to you that are free, right? So reach out to me, give me a thumbs up on the video and all that fun stuff, and then I'll just keep going, right? So guys, have a great day. Happy Thursday, and we'll talk with you soon. Thanks.